future Sacrament players. It's me, Arnok the Mad Wizard, and I'm here with SeriousBacon.
How's it going?
And I'm here to ask you some questions about the flyover teaser stuff. Alright, so, first question, what was your, role behind it all?
We don't have too many people on the development team, really. Pretty much me putting together the world and talking back and forth with Lanham and a couple other people to using what pretty much limited resources we had or have currently to build what you see.
And I've seen the video, it looks really amazing.
I know, it looks a lot better than it does on my computer.
Then again, from what I understand, Knights has a pretty beefy computer system set up, so...
That's true.
Yeah. So you were essentially the one who put the world together, right?
Yeah.
Any difficulty while doing that?
There was always troubles with different aspects of it. The texture, the landscape material that's on there, the blending mechanism I made myself, and that took probably about 2 weeks to figure out with all the problems that kept arising, just little details that kept messing up. Through time comes fruit, I suppose, as everything seemed to have worked out well.
Definitely. Have you ever done anything like this before?
I've done small freelance work. I never did a project this big, definitely. I worked on little levels for just random projects that people have asked me to do before. Mainly it's just learning, because I never really knew how to do everything. And then once I learned how to do some more, I moved on to big and more ambitious projects, just like this one, which this one came out of nowhere, really. I'm very happy that I actually got the opportunity to work on Sacrament.
How did you get into Sacrament?
From what I can remember, it was a post on the Unreal forums that they were looking for people. I think that's where I found it. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it was there. Me just usually scrounging for work or whatever I could get. Sacrament caught my attention, so I decided, well, why don't we just give it a try?
Okay, and I'm pretty sure the team is very happy to have you, because...
I'd hope.
Like I said, I've seen the flyover teaser video, and it looks absolutely... in the landscape and everything looks absolutely amazing. I mean, it almost looks like it could just be some sort of quick indie game put together.
What we all try to do is make it look good.
Yeah. Well, now that that's done, we're going to be moving on to...
Mainly, we're going to be moving on to more areas of the map. Even though the flyover video actually covers an enormous area, in the flyover video, you don't really get to see everything. The whole path it takes from one corner in like a big L shape around one of the corners takes about 40 minutes to walk. And this is actually a very, very small section of the map. So we're probably going to be moving on to making the rest of the map. And then once that's finished and forever from now, we'll work on a lot more of the more intricate underlying systems that are probably everywhere over on the forums. They go from like the crafting to the actual shops and everything, because the merchant system is ridiculous. If you look at that, it's absolutely insane. Yeah, we'll probably work on the rest of the map for now. And then when that's done, we'll get more to the meat of the sandwich.
It sounds like you've got a big sandwich to make ahead of you.
It's ridiculous.
Well, luckily though, because I know that, like you said, there isn't currently much in the way of development for the team right now, but what we have coming up is the Kickstarter, from what I understand, is supposed to be essentially raising money to help us get the development team together and help fund them. Are you looking forward to the Kickstarter then?
Oh, absolutely I am. I'm extremely excited to see how it's actually been received by people, because going from just supporting the game to like writing on the forums and saying it looks really cool to actually supporting us with monetary donations is a whole other level in itself. I've been on Kickstarter and I backed a few projects that I've been really interested in, and it's a really cool experience. I know from the developer side to see all the people that's, interested in the game. And I've always kind of wanted to make a career out of this, and this is actually a chance for me as well as everybody else on all the teams to really jump in and actually make a living for however long this goes on for, which is really, really exciting for me as well as probably the rest of everybody.
But what would you say was kind of like the big thing that got you to decide that, I really like this. I really like doing what I do?
Well, I guess I can start with why I started trying out game development. Games have been such a large part of my life, and I'll probably sound like a huge nerd when I say this. Like when I was younger, getting personal, I used to have emotional issues when I was really young. So I'd always play video games, which I guess would take me away from all those negative feelings. And I don't know, I could escape to somewhere else. And the main reason why I got started doing game development is I wanted to do the same thing I wanted to make something that could be those games as they were for me that my games could be for somebody else. When I first got started, it was so cool to be able to take these abstract thoughts in your head, because you can sit there and imagine a giant floating castle in the sky, or you can imagine a huge underground cavern. And through game development, you can actually make that world, and you can theoretically live in it, which I think is one of the coolest things of the job. I remember when I finished the main map for the flyover and I sent Lanham all the pictures, he said that I helped him just even get a glimpse of this world that they had been fantasizing for like the years or months that they have been. And that's probably the best thing that comes out of this, is being able to create these worlds that are so different from ours.
It's pretty cool. All right, so that was a deep question. So let's have a fun question.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right. How about this? If you could be trapped inside of any video game, which video game would it be and why?
That last deep one had nothing on this. It's killing me, because I'm thinking, should I choose my favorite game or one that I'd be glad to be in?
I don't know. I wouldn't mind being the head that's stuck to the butt of that girl from Lollipop Chainsaw.
That's not a problem either. Probably Dying Light. That'd be cool. I've always thought the zombie apocalypse would be awesome to experience. I mean, all us gamers are already ready for it.
Pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
I myself have already thought, okay, if there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm going to go here for weapons, here for food, here for shelter.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to find a body shop, get my car fitted out and ready for the zombie apocalypse whenever it is on the horizon.
Just hunker down.
So, what kind of games do you like to play then?
I don't think I really have a preference. If I had to absolutely choose my favorite genre, it would be horror, because I'm a huge horror junkie. I don't know. It just gives you that nice little simulated high, I guess. Like if you go to a haunted house and you get the crap scared out of you, it gets that adrenaline pumping, which is always nice.
So let's move on to some other questions. Okay, so let's say I'm someone who, maybe I'm kind of the same way like you, I've always wanted to build games. I actually did at one point want to do that, but I found out that I myself am not, minded for that. But let's say I was someone who was the proper mindset for working on a game and sitting there in front of a computer and whatnot. How would you recommend getting into that?
You could say my biggest piece of advice for making games is have the passion to do it, and then that passion can take you anywhere. Because if you really do want to make games, for I mean whatever reason, it doesn't have to be the exact same, but I mean if you're really passionate about it and you really do, there's plenty of different ways that you can find out how to actually get started, whether you want to do level design or you want to do programming or whatever. I guess what I'd first do, decide what you want to do, I guess, because there's plenty of different aspects, from art to like voice acting to actual level design, which is what I do, to programming and all that. I guess you can choose what you'd want to do and then kind of go from there and see who wants what. And if somebody's looking for, what you want to do, then you can jump on that and see where that takes you.
And have you ever done any kind of like personal projects, or has it all been freelance?
Been freelance, and then I haven't really done any personal projects, really. It's just me messing around in UE4, figuring out everything. Because there's still plenty that I have no idea how to do.
Still growing and learning.
Oh, absolutely.
Really, that's just life in general. Alright, well, you know what then? I guess that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Bacon, for joining me.
Yep, my pleasure.
Definitely make sure to keep checking up on the Sacrament game. If you donate to that, it'll help us out. And then also if you're, if you are a developer or, you want to try and get into it, we are looking for people. Go to the Sacrament website, sign up as a volunteer, and somebody will try and get back to you.
We're always looking for more people.
Yes.
Absolutely.
This is a big project, and everybody's pretty excited about it. And I'm sure all you viewers out there are pretty excited too. Just continue to check in. We'll be posting more updates as we get them, and see you guys next time.
See ya.
Hey guys, Arnok the Mad Wizard here. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, be sure to like it and subscribe for more. And in the description below, we have links to our Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, and even our Twitch channel, so be sure to check those out. And remember, challenge is everything.